Hey guys, Jimmy Leeds, I'm back. The last time we spoke, we got together. It was my introductory video to the YouTube channel, Jimmy Leeds. And, we were talking about that concept. I introduced that concept of projection, right? And projection is really seeing things that are maybe going to happen in the future, living upon experiences and seeing things morphing in front of you and, trying to have a vision of what the next thing is going to be or what you should be doing, okay? And I really want to kind of frame this out and really have you understand what a funnel is, okay? And you may have heard of marketers talking about lead funnels, conversion funnels. I even had a client, when I asked them if they knew what a funnel was, they said they thought it was a beer funnel, which I thought was quite funny. Reminds me of those high school days. But, we'll take that out later. So these funnels are really important because when you build a funnel, you are actually creating an experience and a journey for the end user. Okay, a journey that someone is going to go on, and it's almost like you're going to define the path of what you want him or her to do, and you're going to kind of nudge them along the way. And we're going to use these different technologies and marketing automation and drip email campaigns and topics like lead scoring and progressive profiling and these different bingo buzzwords that you may hear in the marketing world. And I'm going to kind of map that out for us so we understand and we have a vision of kind of, what this entails. I'm going to say that this video is a combination of strategy and tactics as well, because I do get into how some things are connected, okay? So, really important, when I think of funnel, I'm thinking about that journey that I'm going to send the end user on, okay? Or even that client, the things that I want him or her to do. And, what's a great way to do this? I brought up in the intro video the ability to break things down in measurable and manageable pieces. Again, getting from point A to point B, from B to C, and so on. We want to be able to visualize this, okay? It's part of the projection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw what I say is a lead funnel here, okay? And it's almost like, it's big on the top like a cone, like a beer funnel, right? You pour the beer in and then it comes down to a tube, all right? So in this funnel, there are a few key things, all right? You may hear people talk about top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. They've even, come up with some cool kind of new age words like tofu, mofu, and bofu. I'm gonna spell that out for us so we can see that, okay? Here's the top of the funnel. I'm just gonna write the word top right here. Here's the middle of the funnel. Here's the bottom of the funnel. Here are these kind of new age words, that tofu, mofu, bofu, okay? And this is really an experience. We want to break it down in simple terms, all right? When we're doing marketing, we're in a room, we're collaborating. We don't want to make things so sophisticated. We want to keep things simple. We want to be able to do things, get them into production, and start testing. That's what's going to matter, okay? Is really the rapid application marketing. How quick can you have the roundtable meeting, and then everybody goes and does their job, and we can really put a campaign together in a short period of time. So this funnel is here, okay? And really, in the top of the funnel, you're going to have what I call as different content offers, okay? And in today's day and age, 2020, it's going to be hard, like right off the bat, to get somebody to fill in a full form, unless it's something that they really need, okay? And they're searching and they fill in the full form. We're getting traffic and we're trying to optimize this traffic the best that we can. So on the top of the funnel, we have typically like different content offers. That would be a white paper, maybe a buyer's guide, maybe an article, another piece of information, some kind of sheet that is out there that speaks about the features of your business, or case studies would be a good example. So we have these different content offers up here, and in those content offers, we're just looking for an email address. So when they come to the website and the landing page and they look at that, they're just putting in their email address right off the bat. We want to ascertain their email address, then we're going to give them the content, okay? I'll get in a little bit more about a two-step funnel and how that works, but for now, we're just talking about them filling in the form with their email, ascertaining the information right there, getting an email from a system, confirming their opt-in, confirming that they got the information. Okay, that would be like a top of the funnel type of asset, that tofu. Okay, a middle of the funnel asset is going to be a widget. Okay, and a widget means that something that someone's going to have the ability to interface with this tool that is built. Okay, and maybe it's something that you plug in values. It gives you some type of report. There's other widgets where you put different pieces of information in. It feeds information back to you. It's relevant. It's part of the value proposition of your business, how this widget is going to work. It's interactive. It shows a result. This is like a hands-on kinesthetic type of tool that we're going to be able to get other information from a user. Let's say we want to be able to ascertain their name or their phone number. Okay, so we have the widget here, and in order to use the widget, you need to fill in a couple pieces of information. Okay, and that's the middle of the funnel, that MOFU we talked about. Okay, the bottom of the funnel are going to be assets and landing pages and forms where people can get a free trial if it's relevant to your value proposition. Okay, they can request a demo, a demonstration of your product. They can request pricing from a form. They can fill in your contact us form. They may be interfaced with a chat system or a chat bot, right? So that's going to be that. And this is more like on the conversion side. This is at the bottom of the funnel, okay? Now, let me break this down for you. This is kind of the mechanics of it, the tactics. We're kind of looking in. I want you guys to really see that insight. How does a funnel work? What am I going to do? Where do I start, right? A lot of this stuff is like you have so much information and it's almost like too much information. You don't know what to do first, right? We break back down to that measurable, manageable pieces. So I've got like a vision. Okay, I need these content offers. I'm going to get their email address. I got to build some type of widget that's relevant to my value proposition, that's going to give the user something. And then on the bottom here, I've got, if it's relevant, a free trial, a demo, pricing, contact us, the chat. This is a pretty simple way to look at it, okay? And then we want to look at that, in marketing, we want to be able to kind of break things down to, you may have heard of what's called AIDA, okay? I'll put that up over here. AIDA. A is for, I want to get your attention, okay? Now I want to get your interest. I want you to make a decision, and then I want action, okay? That fits very nicely into this funnel, okay? Another acronym of sorts on how to break things down to get them to the end result is going to be ACC, okay? And ACC is going to be, your A is going to be for awareness. Your C is going to be for consideration. And then your last C here at the bottom is going to be for conversion. And when you're doing your strategy and you're figuring out what those things are for your product related to that journey, you're going to use AIDA. You're going to use awareness, consideration, conversion, ACC. You're going to match that up to your funnel. And then you're going to start to figure out what these things are going to be for your business and your value proposition. Now remember, marketing. What is marketing, right? Marketing is the process of educating the prospects and customers about your value. That's what marketing is in the textbook, okay? After you do your goals and your strategy, ultimately, you really want to take hold of that and say, I need to deliver the right message to the right audience, okay? And that sits on top of this. This gets into the detail of your funnel and where I want it to be, okay? Now to expand on this a little bit further, and we'll dig into this a little deeper a little bit later, but we're able, let's say in this example that I started with, the tactics on being able to get the email address right off the bat, okay? We get the email address right off the bat, and now, subsequently, right, I'm gonna kind of draw an arrow right here. Once I have their email address, I want them to get a series of emails, okay? So I'm going to basically put together 10 emails that are gonna explain the business, the value, the experience, the culture, the bigger purpose, some testimonials. I'm going to break down these emails. This is my drip nurturing email series that comes out here. Okay? And between each one of these, I want to have a space of, let's say, 2 to 3 days. And so these emails will come out with spaced, right? And you could send them on the weekends or not. We'll talk about some different programs that I like to use later. For example, from a marketing automation standpoint, like HubSpot. There are some inexpensive ones that we could, work with as well. But ultimately, we want to have this email drip nurturing series. And these emails look like they came from you or someone from your company, okay? And these emails are going to go through and help them understand who the company is, the product you have, that value proposition, all the things I talked about before. And it's getting to know you type of thing, okay? While this is going on here, they may be seeing some banners as well. We want them to engage. I want to nudge them. Remember I talked about that? I want to send them on a journey, but I kind of want to nudge them. And I say, okay, now I want you to do this, and now I want you to do that. And that marketing automation is going to give us the ability to pull that off, okay? Each one of these nurturing series are going to send them to a different call to action, right? So this may send them, talk to them, ask them some questions, and say, oh, did you have a chance to use to use our calculator yet, or whatever, our widget. So each one of these is going to actually send them back to a different part of your website. Over here at email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over here, which is going to come maybe anywhere between 10 to 15 days later, I may send them to the pricing page, or one of these over here may be taking them to the demo or the free trial I may get in the beginning. So I'm mapping my assets back to the email nurturing series, okay? And I've actually built an experience here, ultimately, of emails that they're getting, and they're getting to know my company, your company, and what it means, and it's stuff that's they're getting, they're receiving, they're taking that information in there. They're becoming aware, right? They are considering the product after they engage with the widget. They are maybe converting a lead. This is for lead generation. They're going to fill in one of your forms. Awareness, consideration, conversion. In the same respect, on the top, I want to get their attention, okay? Then I want to ascertain their interest. Then I want them to make a decision. Then I want them to make an action. Action, conversion, right? Very important, right? Business relies on lead generation and then converting those leads to sales. Leads and conversions matter, okay? This is the scope of the lead funnel. Got the email nurturing going on. Right? Then, while this is going on, I'm dealing with a marketing automation program. I could use a concept that's called lead scoring. And I could ultimately score these participants when they're coming back based upon different attributes and things that they're doing. They may click on an email, I give them 10 points. They may go for the free trial, maybe they get 40 points for that. And at a certain threshold, it's ultimately like they're popping their heads up, those become the hand raisers. Through this experience and through the funnel, the marketing automation lead scoring system will give you those hand raisers in your model for your business, okay? Then you want to consider the personas. And when I say persona, that's going to be part of your strategy where you're going to understand for your business who are the folks that buy from you, okay? Or who are the folks that are part of that buying cycle. You may have the CEO of a company. He may be a buyer. He may be something that's someone that looks at your product or service. You may have a chief technology officer. You may have a security expert. You may have a human resources person, resource, right? So each business is different. When we do the competitive analysis next, we're going to get into that. But ultimately, that persona, right? That persona is super important because I need to understand who the players are that are going to potentially buy from me, all right? And then I need to attune this marketing nurture sequence and create different versions of them that suit each one of these personas. I am going to speak to a CEO very differently than I would speak to a chief technology officer, and very differently than I would speak to a human resource professional. Okay? So these emails are then going to break down. I'm going to talk to that person in that tone, in that cadence, with the lead scoring. I'm going to bring them through this journey, and I'm going to get more fruit from there. But I'm not going to do that right off the bat, and I'm not going to create email nurturing series that kind of break off and then go into different things. We're doing a linear one right off the bat that's straight, and then from there, we're incorporating the marketing automation, and we're doing this stuff in measurable and manageable pieces. Okay? So this is a lot to take in. It'll really help you frame. I talked about the projection and what this really means for that journey. Let it sink in. Leave a comment below, okay? And remember, I'm Jimmy Leeds. This is my channel, but this is our experience. Thank you very much.